and welcome to our channel. I'm one of the attraction seekers, and we invite you now to come and join us and take a view of our channel. And today we'd like to talk to you about getting around Disney World and Orlando, Florida. As you know, a Florida holiday can be quite expensive, especially if you're on a budget and you have a large family. So getting around Orlando can be quite expensive. But we've got some great tips for you that we've tried out, and it seems to work for us. So what you've got to do is decide for yourself which is best opportunity for you. So car hire. This is one of the options that you have, but we find this can be very expensive for a 2-week holiday car hire. On top of your car hire fees, which could cost you as much as £600 to £800 for 2 weeks, on top of that, you tend to have to pay $25 to $30 per day for the parks in their car parks. And also some of the hotels charge you $25 a day to park at their hotel. And we like to stay off of site from Disney, as we like the benefits that international drives have to offer, such as the great bars, the restaurants, the evening entertainments along the drive, and all the other little parks that you can visit and places of attractions. So we find that can be a quite expensive option. Another option is the iRide trolleys. Now, they tend to be quite crowded, especially mornings and evenings coming to and from the park. It is a very cheap option. It usually costs about $2 for an iRide trolley ride, or you can buy a weekly or fortnightly ticket for unlimited use. But we find that that can be quite stressful way, especially as they do get so busy. Another option is taxis. Now, local taxis can charge you up to $40 per journey to one of the Disney parks, which we find that is quite expensive. Some of the hotels on International Drive also do arrange transportation for you at $30 per head to the Disney park. And we also find that option is very expensive, especially if there's a family or you're on a budget. So we found it the cheapest option for us, which worked very well for us, we thought, was Uber taxis. Now what we simply do, you download the app onto your phone, you register an account with them, and it's a great way of planning your journey because it gives you a map. It shows you where all the local taxis are in your area and how long they'll be. And there's no changing of cash. You're given a set price before you lift a ride. You're given a description of the taxi driver and the registration number of his car. Really great way and safe way to travel. And what we like about it is no queuing at bus stops or stood in the sunshine waiting for endless amounts of buses going by and long taxi waits. So we can chill out in the reception area of your hotel with an ice cream or a cold drink and just keep an eye on the app and it exactly tell you where your cab is. On our last trip to Disney, we all got up early in the morning, ordered our Uber taxi for about 7:30, and of course from International Drive, Disney parks are about 25 minutes drive. So for $16 for 3 of us in a cab, we thought that was very reasonable. And it got us there by 8 o'clock, straight into the gates. And I think we were on our first ride just after 8 o'clock in the morning. Really nice and early, and the park was empty. And we selected our rides that we wanted to go on quite quickly, and no queues and no waiting. We also had some fast passes booked for rides, which we use for later in the day when the parks get busy. And simply coming home is the same. You simply log on to your Uber account, select what time you'd like a pickup from and which park you are and to where you're going. And then again, you're given an exact price. You're given also the opportunity to tip the driver if you wish to, and there's no handling of cash or exchange of any fees. All your deductions are simply taken from your account. I think after a fortnight's travel with Uber in Orlando, some days we used at least 3 taxis a day. And I think our total bill for the fortnight was maybe $180 to $200, probably no more than that, which we thought was very good. We have talked to some colleagues and friends that we've met in Orlando, and they've paid up to $800 just for their car hire. And of course, on top of that, you have collision and waiver damage, you have your toll fees to pay, and as we mentioned, you pay to park in most of the parks. The iRide trolleys were very effective, but a very cheap way to travel, but we found that they were quite unreliable. A good way to travel if you've got the patience to stand at the bus stop and watch one go by full and then the next. But yeah, we got on quite well with them, but you've got to work out what really works for you. We found that also the Uber taxis was only $6 from International Drive to Universal Studios, and to SeaWorld was only $8. So we took full advantage of this, door to door, no waiting at the gates, car parks, no waiting at bus stops, straight to our destination. Also, during our stay on International Drive in Orlando, we visited the shopping malls, and the Primeland shopping area, the north and the south one, and the Florida Mall, I think was $10 taxi ride, which was very reasonable, and the Vineland ones was about $8, the north and the south. And all these prices are quoted was 2019 last year prices. I dare say that each year they do go up a few dollars here and there. But yeah, again, we thought this was very reasonable. On our way back from the Vineland shopping area, one particular day, I forgot to take my phone with me, so I couldn't order myself an Uber taxi. So we got into a private taxi, and when it arrived at our hotel, he charged us $23. And I did explain to him, I said, well, come on a bit. I said, Uber taxis are only $10. So he knocked it down to 10 and was quite happy. So yeah, it really is a good way of traveling. But what you really have to do is you have to work out and pick out what really works for you. Another way of getting in and around Disney World is of course the monorail, which can take you from most parks to parks in a short, quick distance. Also, they have the new Skyliner, which you can do a bit of park hopping. And back to International Drive hotels, if you stay on one of the Universal hotels, you can cross the road from the hotel that we stayed at, which was Cabana Bay, to Sapphire Falls, and there you can pick up a free transportation canal boat ride, which took us right into the park. They have their own security area, so you don't have to go through the hub at Universal Studios. You're straight into City Walk, and then you're not searched again. You just hand your ticket in at the gates, and away you go through right into the park. And also the same type of experience coming back. Just get on the canal boat. It's a nice gentle riverboat cruise which takes you back to your hotel. A very pleasant way. Good idea which Universal has thought up there. And that ride is called Water Taxi. I'd also like to just briefly mention to you that all the transportation methods that we've talked about have all been very safe and very pleasant. We've not had bad experiences on any of them. So don't be afraid of choosing any of the options. They've been very well laid on and well planned, and we've been very happy. So thank you very much for listening. Hi, this is also the first vlog I've ever done from home, so I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say and get my point across. I've been very nervous, but I'd love to hear from you. So don't forget, just drop a comment in the box and see what you think and let me know how I got on. And finally, to end this vlog, I hope you gained a little bit of knowledge from watching this vlog on getting around Disney and Orlando and been able to take on some tips that I've mentioned. And all I have to do is wish you a pleasant holiday. And if you like our videos, if you haven't already done so, please like and comment.